as I said, the idea is for Shane Warne in the next 15 minutes to choose his favorite or all-time favorite 50 over 11. Shane, okay, let me set it up. Captain, the best man to have never captained Australia will be our captain. I'll take the liberty, as moderator, captain is Shane Warne. Okay? 4 for 29. Rajdeep referred to that game. 43 for no loss South Africa. 213 to chase down in Birmingham. Herschel Gibson, Gary Kirsten going well. Shane Warne 2 in 2. Jacques Kallis 53 of 91. Once again Shane Warne. Absolute magician, ladies and gentlemen. Captain, select your openers.
Well, there's been so many. To clarify this, I'm only going to choose players that I played international cricket against, because I think that's the fairest thing to anyone. I can only go against the players I saw and actually played against. So I think that was the easiest. That was the first thing I must say. So international cricket I played against, not IPL or anything like that, just international cricket. So there was a lot of openers that you could easily choose. There was so many wonderful openers, whether it was Verinder Sehwag, Matthew Hayden, Michael Slater. You could go on and on and on about some Syed Anwar. There were so many wonderful openers, but I ended up choosing Adam Gilchrist as the opener keeper. I think the way he ended up playing in World Cup cricket and one-day cricket was just phenomenal. And one of the best, as I said before, Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara were the best two players that I played against in my time. So opening with Adam Gilchrist, I'd have Sachin Tendulkar and Gilly. That'd be my opening pair.
Fantastic.
Yep.
149 in the 2007 World Cup final with the golf ball, and we all know what Sachin has done in the 463 ODIs that he's played. Now, captain's chosen the best two. I mean, how many matches would they have won for you? 9 out of 9, anyway. Who's at 3?
Well, the number 3 position is a very important position. And once again, in the last 20 years, there's so many players that could bat at number 3. And you could juggle your order around to bat different players at number 3. But in the end, I thought, you know, some big hundreds in World Cup finals, one against India, unfortunately. I think Ricky Ponting at number 3 is very, very good.
Ricky Ponting, 140, that still haunts us. That 2003 World Cup final knock, 359 for 2 Australia, ladies and gentlemen. That was one final which we do not want to remember.
Yeah, Jacques Kallis just missed out on that number 3.
Virat Kohli also misses out? Or?
Well, I didn't play international cricket against Virat.
Okay,
otherwise,
gotcha.
Virat would be first picked in there. I didn't play international cricket against Virat.
Okay, that's why we have to do a quick, this World Cup 11 with Shane as part of this. Number 4.
The number 4 spot, once again, there's so many players that can go into that role, but I think Brian Lara, him and Sachin, as I said before, were the best players I played against. So I think Brian Lara, left-hander in the middle as well, left and right-hand opening partnership with Gilchrist and Sachin, Ricky at number 3, and then Brian Lara at number 4. He was good against pace and spin, any situation. For so long, he was a one-man band with West Indies, so the pressure that was on him was pretty huge. So I went for him at number 4. Yeah, I think it's a pretty, Gilchrist, Tendulkar, Ponting, Brian Lara is a pretty good top 4.
So that's your top 4. I don't think any batsmen need to come after that at 5, 6, but we've still got to go with it. We've got to go with it because these 4 will get 250 between them. Number 5.
Yeah, number 5, that wasn't as clear cut as the top 4. I look back at Alan Border, I look back at Steve Waugh, I look back at Azruddin. There were so many players that could bat at number 5 in that middle order, but I wanted someone that could bowl. I wanted sort of an all-rounder type at number 5, and I ended up going with Mark Waugh, because for me he was the greatest all-round cricketer that I played with and against. He could throw you out from the boundary, he could catch it from anywhere, he could bowl seam, he could bowl spin. The way he played spin and fast bowling was just as good. So I think the flamboyance of Mark Waugh at number 5, his fielding ability and just all-round cricket ability at number 5, I think, complements everybody else.
So if Shane Warne comes into bowl, we know who's at slip. It has to be Mark Waugh. Not a single catch would be dropped. Javed Miandad misses out. You played with him in 96.
Yep. Number 6, there was another sort of, I wanted another sort of a left-hander, and I went Kumar Sangakkara. was my number 6 batsman. I think he's got 11 Test 200s. He could bat anywhere in the top 6, so if you wanted to change it up a bit, he could go up the top of the order. Left-hander. If something happened to your wicket keeping, if Adam Gilchrist got injured, because Kumar could keep as well. So I try to think of all the different combinations that what could go wrong, what could, hopefully do well. But I think Sangakkara at number 6, he was just an absolute class player in all forms of the game. So I put him at number 6.
300s, ladies and gentlemen, consecutively in a World Cup, 57 test average. MCC president as the first non-British, Kumar Sangakkara at number 6. So let's go down the order. Sachin Tendulkar, Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting. I mean, come on, this is a phenomenal lineup. Brian Lara.
So I've got Tendulkar, Gilchrist, Ponting, Brian Lara, Mark Waugh, Sangakkara. That's a pretty good...
7 yourself?
No. I'm not picking myself.
Non-playing captain can't be.
Number 7, I wanted another type all-rounder. So I looked around, I thought, okay, who was a bowling all-rounder that could slog? Because if number 7, they're probably going to only face an over or 2 at the end. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the best batsman at number 7, but he needs to be a very good bowler who could hit the ball hard. So I went with Andrew Flintoff. Yeah, he was a bit of an issue. Andrew Simons was another person I thought about at number 7. But I thought Flintoff's bowling, his Yorker ability to bowl, was pretty phenomenal, and his hitting ability to come in for an over or 2 to slog at the end, I thought was as good as anyone. So I thought he was a pretty good spot there at number 7.
And a different format, but this series, 2005, Shane Warne, Andrew Flintoff, that Ashes series, the competitiveness that we've seen. I was here watching one of the games. Andrew Flintoff can't be bettered. Yes, Andrew Simons, 110 for 4, scoring that amazing 149, but we've got to give it to him, Andrew Flintoff, number 8.
Number 8 was, I'm looking for a spinner. Obviously, Murali would be here, but he's going to bat down the order. He's not going to go at number 8. So I looked at another type of all-rounder. That's, 5, 6, 7, 8 sort of all-rounder spots that you can have. Not bits and pieces players, but quality batters and bowlers. I look at number 8. I want to end up going with Shahid Afridi.
At number 8?
At number 8, Afridi. Yeah. Now, he could also bat up the order. He could bat anywhere as well. But in that side, him and Flintoff in the last few overs, they could actually hit some out the park. I think his bowling was underrated. I think he could really bowl, Afridi, and can bowl at any stage. Fielding was good. So, yeah, I think that 5, 6, 7, 8, Mark Waugh, Sangakkara, Flintoff, Afridi is very, very good.
That's why I said the best person not to captain Australia, and aren't we delighted as Indians? 2009, Pakistan, right here, Shahid Afridi winning the World T20 for Pakistan. That's why Shane Warne picks Shahid Afridi as number 8. Number 9.
Number 9, myself and Sonny spoke about him before. Probably, one of the greatest left-arm fast bowler. And for me, him and Dennis Lillee were the 2 best fast bowlers I ever saw. So Wasim Akram goes in at number 9. He was a terrific cricketer. Could also slog at the end. Could smash it out the park. Good fielder. He could catch as well. So Wasim Akram at number 9.
Okay, Wasim Akram. I mean, that I think is the least debatable call. I mean, none of them can be debated, but Wasim Akram will perhaps be the first name in any all-time 50 over 11. Number 10.
Number 10, it's, heads or tails to see who bats 10 and who bats 11. But I wanted another spinner, and I think Murali, what he brings to the table, you got Afridi as a leg spinner, and you got Murali as an off spinner. You got Mark Waugh can bowl some off spin as well. Sachin can bowl some leggies and offies and a bit of seam. So I think we got a lot of variety in the attack, but Murali goes in at number 10.
Muthaiya Muralidharan at number 10 gives him the variety, and yes, I mean, at one point in time, he was also the one-man army. Number 11, pick yourself. I mean...
No, I'm not picking.
Okay, fair enough. Non-playing captain, no problem. Number 11.
I can be team manager or get the drinks or something. Number 11, I saw him bowl. I mean, you could go through Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh. You could choose Alan Donald, Sean Pollock. That Darren Gough also in one-day cricket was very, very good. So there's so many bowlers that could get that position. But I ended up going with my mate Glenn McGrath. I just think what he could do with a...
At 37, ladies and gentlemen, the highest wicket taker in the 2007 World Cup. Pigeon can't be missed. Glenn McGrath. Coach.
Coach? No coach.
Yourself. Come on, give yourself something.
No coach. I can be team manager and pick up the balls or something for everybody. But I think that's a pretty good team. If you go through that 1 to 11, Gilchrist, Tendulkar, Ponting, Lara, Waugh, Sangakkara, Flintoff, Afridi, Akram, Murali, McGrath. That's a pretty good side. I think it's a pretty good team when you go through the whole 11. No need for a coach. They know exactly what they're doing.
Okay, let's Shane, I've got 5 more minutes with you. Let's pitch this World Cup 11, which I know you've not thought about, but let's try and do an 11 which can take this 11 on. Who do you open with for this World Cup?
I don't know if I need a bit of time to think about it. I think David Warne would be definitely one. David Warne and Rohit Sharma, probably those two. I think are probably the two dangerous openers. Virat at number 3. Number 4. Oh, goodness me. I haven't thought.
Should I give you some options?
Give me some options.
Okay. The other options for openers can be Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow.
Yeah. I think I'd still go with Warne and
Rohit Sharma. And Virat at 3 is...
Virat 3. 4, 5.
Morgan can be 4. Duplessis can be 4.
I definitely have Morgan in the team because I think he's the best captain in the tournament. I think Alan Morgan gets the best out of his players, so he's definitely in there somewhere. Another middle order player. Jeez.
We've got some good ones.
Dhoni's the keeper. I tell you who I'm surprised it's
not Butler. Not Butler.
No, Butler plays as a batsman.
Okay,
so
he can go far.
To think about that. But I definitely want Butler in the team. I want Dhoni in the team. I want Kohli in the team. I want Sharma, Warne. Bumrah as my bowler. One of the opening bowlers. He's the best bowler in the world. Pandya is probably an all-rounder. Rashid Khan. Mitchell Stark's probably left arm. Yep, there's a team.
Wow.
That sounds like something. Thank you for helping me out. That sounds pretty good. But Moen Morgan, I definitely have because I think he's a very, very good captain.
Okay, Shane, the last few minutes, you've named your Dream 11, you've named the World Cup team, but let me just take you back to that match where you actually won the World Cup for Australia, that 99 semi-final. I said 43 for no loss South Africa, 213. The ball comes to you. Can you tell us what goes through a player's mind? South Africa was having a wonderful tournament, except that drop catch of Herschel Gibson. Okay, you dropped that World Cup scored by Steve Waugh, but tell me about that particular game.
Well, it was South Africa at that stage were a very disciplined side. Going into the World Cup, they're probably the favourites. I think they'd played through their form, a bit like India and England are now. Their lead-up form to the World Cup was exceptional. Herschel Gibbs dropped Steve Waugh in one of the lead-up games, and Steve Waugh, he actually said to him, "You just cost yourself the game." But as time goes on, it said, "You just cost the World Cup." And then we had that tie at Edgbaston. It was one of those games that, to me, I think during this World Cup, there's all sorts of highlights on the TV, and it was on the other day, and I sat and I was watching the highlights of that game, and it was amazing the ebbs and flows of that game. About when South Africa were miles ahead, then we fought back, and then they fought back. Get to the last over. And I think they need 9 to win off the last over. Klusener goes 4-4. So there's 4 balls to go, then it's tied. So we're gone. All the field up, and I'm standing at slip thinking, Jesus, they're going to beat us, right? Anyway, Klusener hits one to mid-on, and Darren Lehman gets the ball and has a chance. Donald's out of his crease and has a throw at the stumps and misses. And I sort of think that was our chance. We're gone now. Next minute, the next ball, panic stations. Donald just starts to run from nowhere. Klusener starts running. Then they stop in the middle. Donald starts looking at the ball. Waugh throws it, misses the stumps. And luckily we were 10-pin bowling about a week before. And Damien Fleming 10-pin bowls it down the grounder. Gilchrist takes the bails off. We run out. It's a tie. But we go through because we beat South Africa. So it was a phenomenal game. And one, when you actually watch it back, it's just as exciting watching it back as at the time 20 years ago. Jesus, a long time ago. But it was a fantastic game. But when I had the ball, it was just about, we had no choice. They were none for 50 or something. I only had 200 on the board. I had to take wickets. And, I put a couple of slips in. I had bat pad and said, okay, if you're good enough, smash it. If you're not, I'm going to get you out. And, I've had plenty of bad days, but that was a good day and went my way that day.
Correct. 700 test wickets, plenty of bad days. In fact, 1996 World Cup semi-final, we don't talk about that. He actually beat the West Indies almost single-handed in India again taking Australia to the final, 1999 taking Australia to the final. According to me, that's when Australia won the World Cup, because the final was a no contest. And think about counter history. We love counter history. Shane Warne 4 for 29. If he did not win, if Mark Waugh did not roll it to Gilchrist, if Alan Donald did not have a brain fade, maybe cricket would have been different. The fact of the matter is I can keep going if. But where there is no if, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest leg spinner to have picked up that cricket ball, the greatest leg spinner to have had impact on this game that we so love, the greatest spinner, according to me, not simply leg spinner, to have played cricket that we have watched over the last 30 years. My time is up. Put your hands together for Shane Warne.